everybody, today I'll be talking about the choice of abortion. On June 24th of 2022, the Supreme Court decided to overturn Roe v. Wade. This meant that abortion rights and regulations were now being chosen by each of the states. This led to an uproar among women's rights activists, people pro-choice, as well as other different groups of people. These groups started to protest, and a lot of these groups are still protesting about the government and whether they should do something about the Supreme Court's decision. Having an abortion should not be a decision that someone should make for somebody else. Having a choice of abortion is very important for the mental and emotional well-being of a person and for the safety and prevention of unsafe abortions. I've done a large amount of research about this topic that I am talking about in order to properly inform you of the importance of being able to choose on your own. During my speech, please think about your stance in this controversial topic and what you would do in the instance you had to choose about your reproductive health. I'll bring attention to people having the right to choose an abortion and circumstances that should never be criticized. I'll use this research to solidify my point. The government should not be allowed to take the rights of those who can have an abortion away from those individuals. They should continue to support and educate the use of safe medical abortions for those who choose to use this method. For a long period of time, professional doctors have been performing abortions on people who can conceive and carry a fetus. Because of the overturn of Roe v. Wade, the number of self-managed, unsafe abortions began to increase exponentially state by state. And an academic journal done in 2022 by Aletta Baldwin states that over a 4-year period, 2012 through 2017, a percentage of clinics and non-hospital medical facilities had reported at least one patient who had attempted self-managed abortion increased from 12% to 18%. When restrictions are put in place to prevent people from seeking a safe abortion, it could put women's lives in danger. And not only this, but by refusing to give those who have a life-threatening medical condition an abortion could potentially kill the mother and the fetus. It is also just as important that people be and stay educated about the benefits of a safe medical abortion and what they can bring. One of the things to keep people educated on this topic is by putting curriculum in place for those who are going into the medical field. One academic article done by Marlene Gerber-Fried on January of 2013 states that targeted regulation of abortion providers, laws advocating for integration of abortion into medical and nursing school curricula, providing direct financial assistance to women needing abortions, and advocating restoring public funding of abortions. Pushing to make this more available for people can better understand safe abortions and why they are important for these people to use. An academic article done by Fiona De Laurentiis in 2022 says, expanding the role of health workers involving abortion can increase the availability and accessibility of the quality abortion care, and can lead to better enjoyment of internationally protected rights sexual and reproductive health. The better people are educated about this topic, the better they can provide care for somebody else. While having the right to an education and safe medical abortion is nice, it is important that we look at the other benefits that abortion can bring. There are countless circumstances in which a person carrying a fetus can choose to have an abortion. It is in no way okay for someone, including the government, to control what circumstances this is and whether it's acceptable or not. In some cases, a woman chooses to no longer carry a fetus. This can be because of financial, personal, or other reasons. Sometimes when a woman gets pregnant, it's due to rape or sexual assault. An academic journal done by Jerry Williams in 2011 states, with an example, Jane has been raped. She cannot cope with the emotional costs involved in carrying in her body and bringing into the world a reminder of her attacker. He then explains, the woman in cases 1, 2, and 3 have a right to choose an abortion. In each case, they have a right. Having this right is an important guarantor of the weighty interests. Most of the time that someone gets an abortion is due to reasons that are personal, financial, or in some cases age-related. For instance, someone who is single and minimum wage, can barely pay their rent, gets pregnant. They're more likely to choose having an abortion due to the fact that they can barely afford what they have now. They're not going to be able to afford the bills that come along with getting and being pregnant. A woman should have the right to her own health, and the government should protect this right. An article done by the Center for Reproductive Rights in 2021 states, laws that restrict abortion have the effect and purpose of preventing a woman from exercising any of her human rights or fundamental freedoms on a basis of equality with men. Restricting abortion has the effect of denying women access to a procedure that may be necessary for their equal enjoyment of the human health. Only women must live with the physical consequences of unwanted pregnancy. Some women may suffer maternity-related injuries such as hemorrhage or obstructed labor. Women are consequently exposed to health risks that are not experienced by men. Denying or restricting the right of women to have a safe abortion is setting women back ages and decades. The more someone restricts this basic right, the further we move backwards from equality with men and women. This can pave the way for more rights being stripped from all different groups of people. In conclusion, every person who can get pregnant should have the right to choose what they want to do with the fetus. A decision like abortion should only be made by the person carrying, not by someone else, because it's a decision that can change somebody's life. After a large amount of research about this topic, I have put into the speech and presented the facts that I have found about the right to choose an abortion. Now, with the facts and knowledge provided, hopefully if you ever get into a situation where you have to choose whether an abortion is for you or not, you can. Even though Roe v. Wade was overturned, it doesn't mean that people have to stop fighting for the rights about abortion or whatever comes next. Thank you.